Feel free to talk.
Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something.
So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. God is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, code is loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.
Hello and welcome. Another day of loot-bet action, another day of interesting games, and an exciting matchup to kick us off with Dignitas VIE going to be taking on the Young Ninjas, and joining me is Sermon. So, what do you make of this first matchup?
Well, in the quarterfinals, we already seen, of course, the first two happen. It was Team Fiend and Entropy that qualified for the semis, but now we're going to be seeing who qualifies between Dignitas, Young Ninjas, Ents, and Skade. And it's going to be the old ninjas versus the young ninjas to kick us out here. Let's go. Yeah, so basically the lineups, some of you may have heard of a couple of these players before. Just, the standard Forest, Freiburg, Lekro, Halzerk, and Heap. Gonna be playing today for Dignitas as Young Ninjas. Well, you may be more familiar with them from our previous streams. They've played through LOOT.BET so far. They've gotten to this point, and now we'll see if they can take on the predecessors, as it were, the older ninjas on the other side of Dignitas. It's pretty hard to not favor Dignitas in this one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even though you've got like Forest and Freiburg who are old. Let's put it that way. They're old, but they're still a strong contenders at this sort of level of Counter-Strike. They've got some younger players in there as well who are helping to bolster up the roster in the form of Heap and Halzerk. Both of them have been putting up stellar numbers. Both of them have been super strong. Both of them could just take this game and completely own it for Dignitas, which is a worry for the young ninjas, because you just feel like maybe Dignitas are just a level above what the Young Ninjas can be putting out here. And I don't think these maps are going to help them out much either, because we got Inferno as the Young Ninjas map pick, and we got Nuke and Vertigo, with Vertigo being that decider if it's needed.
So, like, percentage-wise, like, it's gonna look good, but for the Young Ninjas in terms of, the final map pick of Vertigo, they're all gonna have advantages going into this statistically, but if you give it the eye test, I think young ninjas, they're gonna have a pretty hard time against Dignitas, right? When you're facing a team that's kind of a bit out of your level, right, just that one step above, every sort of map starts to become really, really difficult to hang on to. And yeah, man, young ninjas might just capitulate this in a 2-0 fashion, but of course, we're going to be seeing how it goes down. Still, Inferno, I'm not sure I would have gone for that one. It was between that and Train, put it that way. Young Ninjas could have gone for either of those, and, well, they picked Inferno in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was really a right option for the Young Ninjas here. Dignitas, apart from obviously Mirage, with their permaban, there's not really much. They aren't going to be sort of at the same level, at least, as Young Ninjas on. Even though sort of their lesser maps are still going to be a challenge for the Young Ninjas. Let's put it that way. And hopefully we can see them creating that challenge here on Inferno. Because we ended out yesterday, Sermon, with a very, very exciting matchup between Endpoint and Entropy, which Entropy did win out just in the end in 2-1 fashion. All three maps, absolute bangers. I'm hoping for more of the same here today. But I fear we may see a close game on Inferno, and then maybe Dignitas sweep the second map. That's probably where we're going to be heading. I just hope Young Ninjas can put that fight up and give us a great game.
And of course, yesterday, Endpoint kind of had to hurry toward an ESEA advanced game in the end. Tragically, they do lose, the matchup that we were spectating.
ECA
But
Premier game.
let's ESEA Prem game, of course. Let's see if they actually won it there to give some closure
No,
to
they
the
lost 2-0.
storyline. Oh no, Endpoint! What a bad day.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Did you watch it straight after? Were you
I
rooting for
watched
your
parts
boys?
of it, but yeah, I was very tired myself. Just came up to incredible best of threes. I was very took it out. Got myself some spaghetti bolognese. Watched a bit of
choice.
it, but yeah, I ended up catching the score at the end. Yeah, 2-0. It was. I think it was like 16-12, 16-10 on both the maps.
Man.
But I think Endpoint
So many
just
rounds
a bit
and
took
no
it out.
wins. Yeah, not good scenes for Endpoint. But today, we're of course gonna have the Swedish derby here. Well, there is a Norwegian in our midst somewhere,
True.
but that's gonna be it for the diversity quote, I believe. Yeah, he's the only one. So, matchups, right? We got Hulzrik on the op, and we got Boozy for the Young Ninjas. And we got Inferno, which is not exactly the place where we want to be seeing duels with the op, but we do see them
No.
down middle occasionally, or a banana
Yeah.
or something to that effect.
Yeah, I mean, CT side, you generally get the orbs working kind of well. It's just the T side, it's can be quite hard, and quite often you see teams where they just decide, you know what, we'll just run the 5 AKs. Maybe they bring a Krieg in instead, just to maybe try and duel the AWP in some certain circumstances, but it still has that potential for those openings into the rounds, like the AK. But you don't often see
Yeah, I'm a
that.
fan. You don't, but
Yeah.
I think it should come back
Yeah.
into the meta. I think the pros have demonstrated time and time again that they are not meta innovators.
No.
They
need
kind of
something to
just
nudge
follow
them.
the crowd. Like yeah. I mean, like someone has to come along and really just commit to it as like a bit of a gimmick. It's usually like some lesser teams that want to get an edge over the others, and they start experimenting with all these weird metas because they got nothing to lose. So I believe it was Furia that made DSG quite a bit popular, though of course they weren't a lesser team, weren't exactly number one, but that's
Yeah.
about the level they were on.
That sort of meta did propel them a little bit up the rankings. It assisted them in their quest. But enough
And
about
then
them.
started working against them when it got widely adopted. So it goes around, comes around.
Yeah.
And now it's nerfed for everyone, so no one gets to play with DSG. Well, they do, but they don't pick it that much because the fire rate's been reduced, so it's not as useful of an overall sort of weapon as we were used to. But we were talking over the knife round there. It has concluded. I believe Dignitas will be starting on the CT side here. Then we'll be getting into the pistol shortly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dignitas did win out the knife. So they decide which side they wanted to start on, and it looks like they chose a CT, as you say. How's that low Norwegian you mentioned in a world of Swedes?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't a Swede a fruit as well, or a vegetable, rather? I swear,
Never heard of
there's
it.
a thing of Swede. Remember someone making a joke about a Swede on a Swede, or a Swede carrying a Swede. Yeah,
There's suede jackets.
it's like
but that's not
it's a root
pronounced Swede,
vegetable
so-
like a turnip. Let's hope
Oh.
these guys don't play like turnips. Because
Well, unless the Swedes have their own stream, all the Swedes should be showing up in chat right now. So you guys are gonna have to tell us if Swedes actual like potato-esque vegetable or not. But for now, let's focus on fruits. Banana in particular. The push toward B occurring as Young Ninjas. They are taking the B bomb site, but Freiburg still has the crossfire with back plat there. Let's see if him and Heap can pick him up. There's gonna be 2 kills for now, and a 3 versus 4 emerges with the bomb going down.
Nilo, you can only manage one in all of the madness as Forrest swings in for free. He's actually going to let his teammate defuse the bomb for some reason. Just wants a bit of the participation from his teammates, I guess. Come on, yeah. Maybe forgetting it's not Valorant and you don't get ult charge off it. Freiburg's already
True.
I've already got my Sage ult. Right, it's fine. You get it for your Reyna. Yeah. I'll wall them off
man.
next round. Oh, dearie me.
I have stealthily avoided Valorant at every turn until now.
Also, I've just Googled it. Swede is a root vegetable. I was right.
There you go.
Also called a rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Yeah, that's the one.
That is how you pronounce it.
Yeah, so people telling me I'm wrong in the chat.
People
not.
telling you you're cringe, so, you know,
People tell me
you
I'm
can take that to the bank. Yeah, man.
Man, that is
Stop being
the-
cringe, please.
No, I mean, that's what I aim for. I aim to be cringe. If I'm not cringe, then who am I?
Dan?
True, and that's not as enticing, is it? Not as exciting.
Well, you know what is enticing? Some opening frags. They occurred on Banana, I believe. At least one of the players. And now Young Ninjas on their force buy, really not getting much done, though the weapons are still in their hands, so some nice kills can still transpire. That went onto Halzerk. That was a freebie, I suppose, from Manin. Nice little entry onto A. I know they have 3 people ready and waiting to execute onto the A site. But will they split up or will they go together? Short is being covered off. Forest and Pit with very good timing on that nade and the headshot. Gets the kill, secures it. And now the smoke to create some space, but they're just entering on site, not caring about Forest. Big mistake. He gets another kill. 3 versus 1 now.
LNZ, if he could win this, it would be sick, but I don't think he has much chance with Forrester in the pit. It just limits his options so much here. There's just no way out. That flashbang does blind him up. And with a bit of a tired spray there, Forrest will get it done. Another 3k for him. He's loving life at the moment. He's ready to play. He has a beard that makes up for all the younglings in this game. He has the facial hair of everybody in one man.
And you know, we were talking about like you need the fat guy on the team, and you need a nice hair ratio has to be around 1 and stuff like that. I don't think they ever mentioned beards, but I think Forrest does bring like the beard average up quite significantly.
Yeah, it's like with the obviously we've got shown the sort of age averages for these two teams. It'd be great to see like a facial hair average, like
Someone's gonna have to
Dignitas
like
VIE
actually
with a
submit
4.2 centimeter average.
when Dignitas just signs up for a tournament. There's like handed like a Google form, like, okay, guys, just fill in all the fields for you know, beard length for every player, the standard stuff. They're like, please. I think just having longer beards in general does give your team more tactical abilities.
Yeah,
It makes you a tactical team automatically. If everyone's clean shaven, that's just an FPL mix. Hot take of the day. Another hot take. Young Ninjas are not going to get much done here, but, ooh, actually, Keep sort of comes close to dying there. LNZ, the last man standing, and only 1 kill here for Young Ninjas. A bit underwhelming, given what could have been there.
LNZ doing damage. If he could finish off Forest, that'd be nice. No kills for him this round, and he's able to escape as well.
1 kill into 3. This is suddenly a good round for Ninjas.
Lekra does finish him off. Yeah, Lekra finishes him off. 3 on the board for Dignitas. Looking as you'd expect after that pistol round coming through earlier. Yeah, good damage done at least.
Shame, though, that they didn't manage to get that 1 more kill onto, I believe it was Halzerk. He was so low. Would have been the bomb plant as well, and they would have gotten some extra utility into this round, and their money wouldn't have been in such trouble. But either way, going to be going into the 4th here with Banana being contested, and Lekro pushing middle. Meanwhile, he's got no help on top. Well, no, he does have Halzerk there, but he's not going to be helping him in the terms of Fuzi. He was already posted up on the ramp, and that's going to be the initial kill. But, ooh, that's 2 kills now. Going the way of the Young Ninja side. Dignitas with the man disadvantage. They have to rotate a man toward B, it seems. They're worried about it. But meanwhile, Manin spots the hole in the defense and pushes out long. Looks like a banana split might be coming in.
Boris is still up in the apartments. Nilo is on the other side of the wall to him. Don't make any noises because you'll sniff each other out. Surprised they don't smell each other all in all. And Manin, he actually decides to clear out that A site. They'll start moving the bomb up this way. Forrest gets good time and he could catch a player pushing in towards the site, but Fuzi has made it safely and soundly. Now, Forest is going to be on a very, very quick flank up short. They are not going to expect this whatsoever. Manon is going to get caught out. Oh, just about gets into grave, but that may be his final resting place, because Forest's nade will finish him off. But with the quick trade from Fuzi, I think Hauser can probably just have to save this one. There's not much you can do here, especially with Fuzi watching your angles with that up. Finish his heap off, and now it's just the sole Norwegian.
There you go. The first buy round goes the way of the young ninjas. Definitely a great start for them, as you know, if they're not going to be getting the pistol. Ooh. Halzer hits his keyboard as he moves his mouse, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, that was.
Do like
that
one
was
of those
painful.
clicks. Yeah. That was just not good, was it? Gotta hit the KZ servers again. And yeah, Fuzi with the double for the defense. But once the site was taken, it was basically a very secured position to be in. That bomb site pretty impenetrable. As Dignitas, they won't be having any money to invest into this one. Just 5 USPs and a flash. And all of them seem to be going toward a single bomb site. So they're setting up for top mid. The meat grinder is set up. Well, the meat grinder made out of, you know, sort of A4 pieces of paper to just give you 1,000 paper cuts. That's basically what the USP does. But no one's going to be walking into that paper cut strap, Dan. Fuzi's watching it from far away, and that's going to be a double for him. Keeps popping up. Whack-a-mole. Electro wins the game of whack-a-mole, but the AWP will be retrieved.
Easy as you like for Mr. Fuzi.
You ever played whack-a-mole, Dan?
Of course I have. Always at the fairs.
Never have, because it's never at any of our fairs.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about Slovenian fairs, I will admit. But I feel like
They're not
whack-a-mole
as
is a bit
good.
of a namesake, so I wouldn't want to... I would not want to be going to one of those Slovenian fairs, I guess. If they can't even muster up a whack-a-mole, but... Hello, Sapek. 2 very quick kills from him, and LNZ is going to chime in with the 3rd. That's the Beast defense completely crumbled in a matter of seconds. They've just completely ransacked them. Forrest is alone, a 1 versus 5 rather. Didn't even see the low HP for Sapek there, but he is still kicking, he is still breathing.
And with low HPs on the other side, I mean, the UMP can definitely pick something up, but he needs to get into a position where he can do it first, and I don't think he really fancies his options. He's waiting for someone to push him, but as we can see from the minimap, that's really not going to be happening here. Young Ninjas, they're going to be evening up the score after starting 3-0 down, Dan. That's a excellent sort of win back, and the 4th might just be in their back pocket, because Dignitas, they're starting to run out of money. Well, not starting to, they're already out. It's going to be a half buy in the next.
Yeah, just going to be this UMP. This is one of the worst positions for us to try and save a UMP as well. Just constantly having to 180 between two different angles there, but it works out in the end. Nobody comes his way, and this was great from Sapek. Nice opening kills. Just runs it down banana. Straight over the sandbags, catches 2 players unawares.
And he's not that worried about the guy behind car, because he knows his teammates are spamming still through that smoke, ready for the peak to come in. And yeah, the eco comes in for Dignitas. 4 is the only one who has anything left over from the previous round, so his utility is going to be very important. It should be used to funnel the players toward like some sort of USP trap like we saw in the previous, but it's not going to be all USPs here. It's also going to be the Deagles, and Freiburg manages to put him to good use. That's only going to be good for a trade. Still, though, it's what you want to be seeing on these half buys.
Nice opening shot. If they can just keep finding a couple more kills like that, it'll make an expensive round for Young Ninjas, which is going to be needed considering the economy that they've already managed to muster up behind them. Everybody is around at least like $5,000 or more. Most people are over 7,000. LNZ is up at 9,000, so yeah, there's so much cash for the Young Ninjas there, and on the T side, that will last them a fair few rounds.
So yeah, a great start from their own map pick, right? I mean, we were going into this one super worried for the Young Ninja side, but
yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be a close map, but when it's your own map pick, you don't want to be having these close maps. That's what I was worried for
Absolutely
about that
not.
Young Ninjas, because it's still a possibility for the Dignitas side that they can steal it away, and that just completely sort of eliminates your hope in the best of 3. But if they can close it out, that would be lovely, as it means we'll probably be seeing a free map series, and I love a free map series. Don't know about you, Sermon, but I love the free mappers.
Yeah. Even though, we don't get paid any extra for it, but
No.
it's still nice to see some exciting Counter-Strike, because there's nothing worse than a slog. And this one is going to be anything but. I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride from beginning to end, as Dignitas, well, they're trying to find some kills here toward the B-bomb site, but the AKs are quite strong in that kind of a range. Still, they're sustaining some headshots there. Sopek eats one for breakfast. He's going to have to cross toward Banana eventually.
Just double peek, get the kills, knock him down pretty easily all in all. Forrest is now the last alive, UMP in hand that he saved over. I mean, there's not really much chance of finding anything, considering, the Young Ninjas have already left down Banana. Forrest is in CT. I mean, he can save that UMP, he can still find damage with it in the next round. But, I mean, with the full buy coming through, he might just upgrade it. I think he actually dropped over the up to Halzert there, so he'll roll with the UMP for now. Probably takes it up towards the apartments or something. You can find some good damage with the UMP over there. Most people may prefer the MP9, but well,
$50 is $50, man.
yeah. I love 50 bucks right about now. Just be a nice little great thing, but Heap. Look at this position. He's up on top of the logs, and Sapek's going to have no idea. Even spamming through the smoke for a second. Heap's a fragged for Heap himself.
Jeez, that's such good Banana presence. And yeah, Young Ninjas are going to start sweating here. Quite a few rounds in a row now, 4, but the 5th one might just not be happening because you're starting with 2-player deficit here. Gonna try and go toward apartments and make something happen toward A, but there's still a heavy defense there, so unless they get some nice entries, it's gonna be curtains for the youngsters. For now, though, they're still pretty split up. Would like to see them group up and actually execute somewhere, and that's exactly what's gonna be happening here. 50 seconds left, of course, as Nilo is in a position to get flashed out, but yeah, no one really has a flash other than Nilo himself, and LNZ, while throwing some of his utility, Halzert finds him, but okay, well, that molly was good, I suppose. Finds Heap.
How is Heap just burnt down to a molly?
I would love to see a replay of that, but I think we won't be able to see it because we didn't see it on the cam initially. That's going to be an unfortunate.
That chicken ass. Oh.
Damn, boy!
Prime
he's
specimen.
Thick.
A prime specimen right there.
Get in my belly!
Jesus. Nilo's gonna get caught out. Nice shot from Fuzi, though, to at least keep himself alive a little bit longer, but 7 seconds on the clock. 2 players in the A site, and just no time to plant the bomb. Means Electro will finish him off. At least it's before the timer comes to a close, so he does get the cash through.
As 4-4 is the score now. Heap great entries in the previous. Let's see if he can repeat his performances, though you don't want to be going aggressive on Banana too many times in a row. But we'll see if he opts for it in this one. Fuzi is, of course, on his AWP. And, yeah, Dignitas, their money is not going to be sustaining a buy in the next one should they lose this. So, Young Ninjas do want to be picking up a 2-for-1 deal here. And the Banana aggression continues, but Sopek is up close now, and Heap just might not get lucky. But Freiberg helps him out. And that's going to be the initial kill going the way of Dignitas yet again, but only one found this time. Let's see if Young Ninjas can come back from a 4-on-5. Continuing to aggress on Banana, of course, but yeah, once Heap, he's already got the advantageous frag, might as well fall back. But meanwhile, top middle has fallen, so the T's now have pretty good map control. They just have to execute somewhere, and the first step of executing is getting that bomb and committing it somewhere. Let's see where it decides to go. I suppose toward A site is where they're going to be aiming here. Long and short split seems to be on the menu. with a nice crossfire between site and pit. That's the perfect way of doing it. Freiberg is in CT, and he might just not see Mana and Cross here. He's going to be getting away scot-free, but the bomb has to go short. It is going to be doing so. This execute seems pretty well set up for the Swedes. Well, the Young Ninja side, I would say. The fully Swedish lineup. As Mannen misses the headshots, it sustains quite a bit of damage, but finds Freiberg on the back. Let's go.
Don't know how he's able to find that shot with 11 HP, but he does, and it works out wonderfully because it maintains long control, but Lekro on the site doesn't care about your long control. He just cares about dropping everybody in front of him, and that is a 2k for him. Dignitas V up to 5. As the Young Ninjas, they put a good string of rounds together. Dignitas now starting to find their footing with the guns out once more. Look at Freiberg, 3 opening kills for him.
Yeah, Dignitas winning the opening kill sort of advantage, as we already had a hunch was happening. The King of Banana continues to reign supreme. Once Valve puts like a sign up there with your own name on it, I think that's when you just can't move from that spot for the rest of your career. Via Adamo, of course, is the sign. Adams Road, I believe.
Yeah. It is. It's been in there for a while since the it's been there since the remake of Inferno, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's been a hot minute. 2016 maybe, 2015.
Yeah, it must be like
old Inferno seems like ages ago.
It must be after probably 2016, 2017, I'd guess. But certainly has been a fair few years.
I don't think anyone's missing old Inferno, to be honest.
No, Banana was
redeeming qualities.
Banana was a catastrophe.
And then yeah, the car that was on top that was poorly clipped. You could like see through one of the parts, and no one could shoot you through it, so you could just pop up like a whack-a-mole kind of thing. I still see it in like 1v1 arenas, and I exploit it heavily. But like yeah, those pillars, they were like impenetrable armor that you just couldn't really pierce with normal bullets. And all the T's had to do was sort of duck and weave in between them. Plus, the A site was dark, like completely. Yeah. It had a roof over it.
Just seen someone in chat say, "Miss old Cash." That is true. Old Cash is well, Cash is basically a big old RIP now. I think as a map. Not sure we'll be getting that one back in the map pool for a while.
Nah, it's all about Ancient now.
Yeah. All my homies love Ancient. Easy. Taking a little bit of damage there from the molly. Just took him a second to lay down that smoke and give him the cover.
So yeah, Banana in the control of the Young Ninja side, and no entries found yet, but quite a bit of damage sustained onto Sapik and Fuzi. But where will the execute actually occur? Still some utility from the CTs, so they have to fish that out before they plan to execute, but they don't have much utility left themselves here, the Young Ninjas. 2 smokes, a couple of mollies. Can throw those toward the B bomb site, but I don't think it's going to be good enough for an A take. Either way, a top mid take has to happen first, and Manon trades himself. Quick as you like on top mid. At this point, Forrest knows that there might be some danger coming out of apartments, and he's fast enough on the scope there. Nilo, no chance. As the Young Ninjas are now a man down, but where will the push continue here? Can't spot out Lekro toward long, and, well, if you keep pushing, there's only Forrest and Pit, but, well, it's only the greatest player of all time there. Okay, Sapik, he doesn't care about his legacy. He just gets the frag, and Lekro responds in kind, but it's a 3 versus 2 now. With an aggressive push toward the site, all they have to do is find Lekro now, and the round should be theirs, but Sapik still continues to cower here in mini pit as he's letting these Dignitas players to enter the site, and well, Keep isn't going to be letting him to live any much longer. LNZ, easiest trade of all time there, was stuck in a corner. So many players encroaching on his position, no chance of holding on, and Dignitas will be getting the defuse.
Six on the board. Still racking up the rounds on the CT side, and well, that'll be a good wealth of confidence coming in for Dignitas VIE, but Forest just gets absolutely obliterated there by Sapek. Removed from the round. His teammates do close it down, though. One thing that's worth noting as well, the Dignitas side are actually pretty strong on the T side still. So this isn't going to be like Dignitas VIE rocketing up with a strong CT side and then faltering on the T side. At least it shouldn't be. But Young Ninjas are a little bit better on their own CT side compared to T. So we might see them having a little bit of a renaissance on the CT side, but
it's still a very
still
difficult situation, right? Because both, like, Dignitas is obviously like a notch above, a tier above the Young Ninjas. So when you have the advantage like that, it's pretty easy to just dominate. But Young Ninjas, they're dominating on Banana here. They took it quite handily, got the kill, and that's going to be an advantageous position from them, Dan. They can just execute toward top middle now. The A site, it's got 2 players there. They can just execute while B is continually distracted by the lone player left on Banana as they make their way up toward A. Player in library, 2 of them in fact, but now there's just 1 as the smoke has fallen down and Forrest retreats toward Arch as he spots the cross. That's another kill that goes down for Young Ninjas without anything gained from it. And it's just going to be these 3 players executing onto B now. No split incoming. Is that for construction? I suppose it is. Yeah, there you go. Keep forced on back, but still from behind the flames. He can rain some damage, and that's another kill. All he has to do is just play the patience game. Go back. Wait for the plant to come in, then you can execute on the retake instantly, but you can just mow them down as you try to get into sight there. Heap, of course, with 3 kills in this one, Forrest with 2, and Dignitas find their 7th.
I didn't see if the Young Ninjas actually had a smoke to work with, but if they did have one, it would have been much better than that Molotov over towards Coffins. Yeah, it forces him off the close coffin angle, but as we saw, he just shoots through the flames on the right side and gets a kill as they start approaching.
The player that threw them all, he certainly didn't have a smoke. He already wasted it for CT, so they would have had to, you know, rejigger themselves a little bit before the take actually comes in. But the banana take is coming in here. Freiburg, the king, has been dethroned, Dan. Manin gets the entry. Nice Tech 9 shots coming in, but if they're going to continue pushing, they need a smoke to cover off Heap. He finds the initial kill, and there's the smoke. Well, no, that's just a nade, but the dust does provide some cover. Not enough to block the bullets, unfortunately. Uzi goes down. And it's a 4 versus 2 with the bomb planted, but they're not going to have much luck holding on to this bomb site, I have a feeling.
All up to LNZ. 1 versus 4. Halzerk's watching this angle with the AWP. Well, maybe a quick peek. Yes, it can. Gets the kill onto Halzerk. The Star and the Diffuse are just going to be holding these angles. A smoke down as well. LNZ's just going to try and save the AWP. Can he get away? Yes, he can. That's a nice takeaway, at least in the round. Bomb plant, AWP saved. I'll take that if you're Young Ninjas with a Tech 9 rush up banana.
Definitely. Helps that you get, you know, the initial kill onto Freiburg as you're pushing on up there. That's definitely not going to be happening every time. But they do get lucky enough. And that's going to be how many rounds in a row now? I mean, it was 4-4 at some point. No, it was 3-4 eventually. So yeah, like 5 rounds in a row now for Dignitas.
Yeah. Oh! Oh!
Oh! Ah! He does it. Don't worry, guys. Halzerk found it in the end. Uzi. That was a battle of the operas that didn't expect to happen.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, okay.
Lecro, that was
I don't know why Lecro was doing that.
No,
That was not required.
needed.
They had a 2-man lead, Dan. And then Lecro says, hold my beer. I'm a push through the smoke. Doesn't make it happen. But Manin actually gets an advantageous kill here towards short. But Heap, of course, on the trade, fast as you liked. He saw the bomb. He knows that if Sapek has it, he's going to be making his way toward A, as he already has the path into the site covered. And from Graveyard, that won't be where his final resting place is located. Sapek just dies on short. Hey, I'm looking forward to these Obduals on Inferno. Obduals. Not really the back and forth gangbuster series that we were expecting, though, Dan. Young Ninjas not really putting up that much like resistance. I know Dignitas's economy isn't exactly booming, so you might think, okay, well, these rounds are at least being close most of the time. But the eye test suggests that the Young Ninjas are never truly in these rounds here.
Obviously, like around like that, you have that 2-man advantage for the Dignitas side, and then Letko just walks through a smoke. Chaos sort of ensues, but it's never really a position that Young Ninjas are in to win the round, unless some like miracle play comes through or Dignitas make a huge blunder. So
it was, yeah, chaotic, but not dangerous for Dignitas whatsoever. And it's off to a bad start already. The initial kill onto Manon has occurred, and it's going to be a 4 versus 5. The execute onto B should be successful. Only Heap here to hold, but you can't say only Heap, of course. He's looking to be a great B defender there. Finds the initial frag, and that's going to be a 2-man lead with the second player rotated toward B as well. Young Ninjas find themselves in a familiar predicament. One that they haven't really found a way out of yet, historically.
keeps putting up numbers. It's all up towards Fuzi. Just spot out the arm of Freiburg behind the pillar, but can't connect the kill. Only the tag. He's left 1 versus 5. There's no escape. 10 seconds on the clock. Forrest is behind. Nice shot as well. Does seal his fate. So double digits for Dignitas on the CT side, and I fear this is the beginning of a very quick 2-0 for the Dignitas side.
Yeah, this is the pick of the Young Ninjas, of course, and we'll be going to Nuke afterwards. And people are already writing in chat like Dignitas 16-0 Nuke. So that's all the foreshadowing you need for this best of 3. Still, though, last round, last chance for the Young Ninjas to get their 5th at least, to make this not so much of an embarrassing half, as, who knows, maybe they overperform on their CT side and Dignitas can't find an answer, but so far it's Young Ninjas, the ones that have had a lack of answers in this one. Oof. LNZ between a rock and a hard place, but survives somehow. As apartments and banana have been taken, next on the list, Dan, it's going to be top middle. CT's ready to hold on to it, though. Very good entry onto Halzerk. That gives them an advantage, finally. It's been a while since I saw one of those. And it was short-lived, Dan.
Yeah, Heap has just immediately answered back. As you do. Now, they're going to try pushing towards A. Is it going to work out? Forrest, he gets 1 from the balcony. Electro as well, 1 from the site. At least Fuzi does trade those both out. So 3 kills for him now in the round and 2 more to find. He could be on for an ace here as he does get the bomb planted. We smoke towards Motor as well from Nilo. Should hold the CT's back, but Freiburg, he's going to try creeping around the edge, and that's just a free kill for Nilo every single day of the week. Heap even getting tagged down to 7 HP by the nade. Lucky to be alive. Lucky to be alive, and maybe he should just run away with that, but so much cash for this Dignitas side. May as well
save the AK
it.
for the pistol round. Should have been done.
Yeah.
A big oversight.
Oh yeah.
Really
course.
could use the
fan
AK
around
in
the
the
half.
pistol. Yeah. Unfortunately, doesn't think of it though. Doesn't have the 900 IQ brain to do so. As well, of course, he had to push forward and basically give it his all. And his ult didn't turn out to be successful. A 5th round for the Young Ninjas. Their very final sort of shot at it after a very long losing streak. What was that?
7 rounds?
3 plus 4. That's 7 rounds in a row. And Heap, 2.4 KD, Dan. 114 ADR.
Not bad.
Oh my gosh, Freiburg. He's you can see he's the banana player with that utility damage.
436. That is like 4 1/3 kills.
POV, you throw the deep Molotov every time.
Yeah. And then double nade logs.
Yeah.
Heap is 17-7. He's having a good game. Forrest just behind him 15-8.
A great big heap of kills there.
Yeah, I've already made that joke, unfortunately. So,
I know, but we're kind of limited here. I can't exactly make any forest puns. I mean, we're in a Tuscanese town, Dan. There's no forests other than the skybox.
Yeah, but you could say the forest hasn't been felled all too much in that first half.
I don't get
That
it.
would have been a good one. Well, that's just small IQ then, because Sapek and LNZ, they are big IQ, playing around those smokes and playing in the pit. They've gotten themselves 2 opening kills. Maybe a bit of an overduel from LNZ. Does give up one of the frags, and they know that Sapek is around here somewhere, just trying to find him. Close range, the Glock on burst fire is going to win that one out. And now it's a 2 versus 2. After what was a 2-man advantage for Young Ninjas, has fallen away from them. Fuzi going to be trying to entry in through short. His teammate Nilo up towards long, and they're just going to collect the final 2 kills. They closed out the final round of the half, and they'll open up this one as well.
Easy as like. Well, yeah, great defense. They did kind of faltered there toward the end, but the retake was certainly strong enough. Never a foregone conclusion that you can do it in a 2 versus 2. That A site is a fortress at the best of times. But yeah, Sapek, it could have gone even better for him. Could have found a straight up triple there. But those T's, they know that all they have to do is like hang on to W, keep that compressed, as you're just sort of baiting shots, and the players behind you, in theory, should be finding the kills. And, well, they do eventually, but it just doesn't go their way in the end. Young Ninjas starting this half out on the front foot. 4 FAMASs and an AUG, so that's 1 scope already in the game. But Halzerk has a scope of his own. That's going to be the scout.
Wonder, Heap on the Deagle. Could be a scary prospect. How many kills do you reckon for Heap on the Deagle this round? 2?
Sure, let's say 2.
And just following the crowd there, are you?
Obviously, all the time. If you said 3, I would have gone, yeah, man, 3 sounds reasonable.
Well, you've got the AKs. I feel like the availability of kills might be a little limited for that Deagle, but we'll wait and see.
Halzerk with the scout, you know, you don't really find kills with that. You just sort of tag someone down, and that's going to be an easier kill for the Deagle going forward. But for now, 40 seconds left, and we actually just need to get some kind of a site execute going, guys. We're not Navi. Can't spend too much time here. The push will start here at 30, and the utility on the CTs, they still have a couple of Molotovs. That's going to be Fuzi and Nilo. Hopefully neither of them are B players. I haven't really seen that part yet. The take comes in, and that's going to be that player in construction out of the action, but Sapek just completely deleted, I'm afraid. Freiberg finds him through the smoke, and the bomb goes down with 10 seconds remaining. The CTs, they can't go aggressive here. LNZ still holding on to that backside, and there you go. Freiberg tries to cross toward it and doesn't work out. Still does some very nice damage to the IGL of the Young Ninjas side. LNZ down to 40, and it's a 4v4 now, with the retake coming in hot. But Fuzi already finding the initial frag onto Forest, and now they're a man behind here, and they just keep on pushing. Been trading, but 2 versus 3 now. Heap trying to hide in the corner while Halzerk tries to help out with the scout. And the defuse is just going to be allowed to happen in the meanwhile. Madden even finds the final kill onto Halzerk. There you go. Nilo gets the defuse. Easy as you like.
Yeah, it's looking good. Heap gets 0 on the Deagle, so that was a sad guesstimate there. But yeah, I mean, it was looking good for Dignitas initially in that round. Obviously, getting that opening pick onto Sapek, getting the bomb planted 5-on-4 is looking nice. Freiberg does offer himself up, though, to LNZ. And that's the AK drop, which would have been a very nice weapon in the post-plant situation for the Dignitas side. So maybe it would have been worthwhile just keeping that weapon up. Might have been worth trying to collect it for Dignitas. I'm not sure if that was really a possibility, though, without maybe dropping another man, but certainly help things out. There's Heap opening on a Galil. There's Dignitas actually force buying into this one. 4 Galils, a single AK for Lekro.
Well, it's working out, isn't it? They got the opening frag, and all they have to do is execute somewhere, but they don't have any utility, really. Like, 3 smokes, that's going to be enough for a take, but you can't waste anything on the way toward the A site. Still, though, not that many players there, so maybe the utility isn't required from the get-go. It's just going to be Nilo here. AUG is a one-hit kill to the head if you're at this kind of distance, but not if Lekro sees you first. That's going to result in your swift death, and that's an MTA bomb site, Dan. They're using the smokes. Very nice to see. But they're not going to be doing anything, I'm afraid. Just going to be planting the bomb. And Dignitas, on a round where they force up, they actually walk away with a win.
Well, they didn't do it in the second round, but they do it in the third. The 9 Young Ninjas the 8th, and popping themselves onto 11. Good to see. But the Young Ninjas, they're going to be really wanting to save these rifles. AK-47, 2 M4s. I know where one of them is now, over by Ruins Heaps, going to be holding towards coffins, trying to push in towards a site, see if he can find anything on these players. Up on top, though, LNZ is a sitting target for Freiburg. Uzi at least keeps himself alive with the M4, getting a couple kills for himself. But 2 seconds, does he have time to stay alive? Yes, he does. He even gets a kill onto Freiburg as well. USP in hand. Nice work from Fuzi there. And that does allow 2 rifles to be saved into that next round for the Young Ninjas. Well, as doing quite a bit of economic damage towards Dignitas as well.
That was a great start. But yeah, going for these exits. Very nice kills happening toward the end. And, well, the Loot.BET community has spoken, Dan. Dignitas probably going to win this one. Can't imagine any other kind of conclusion that you could come to. Pretty big lead, though. We'll see if they make good on it. Fuzi dies early. And with Young Ninjas on a low buy, being a player down as well on top of that is not going to be the best start in the world. As Apartments has been taken over by the Dignitas side, Banana as well, and top middle should be next on the list.
Dignitas have been so strong in these past few rounds in finding these opening kills. In fact, the entire game, they've been pretty strong.
Sure have.
I mean, Freiburg's 4-1 in opening duels right now. I mean, he only has 11 kills, but if you're finding openings like that for your team, that's always going to be a helping hand for them. Forrest leads the way, undetected out long. Will be able to catch Nilo in the open near pit. Manon has pushed short, though, and that's the bomb being dropped. 30 seconds on the clock. They have time to recover it, but they need to dispatch of Manon first, or at least lock him off of the angle, and that's what they do with that smoke and flashbang. Freiburg, a little bit of chip damage there from the spam, but they can get this bomb planted, no issue. LNZ has nothing that can deny.
With all that utility, I doubt they would have gotten back into the round, but they do manage to get it back, and a very disadvantageous retake scenario is not going to be happening here. Of course, Young Ninjas, they know it's Jame time. It's a lot of the time of this map has been Jame time. But it's going to be continuing, Dan. They need to save the M4, the AK, and the Galil from LNZ. Kit as well. And hey, even that Deagle. If you're having money troubles in the next round, you drop that Deagle to, I don't know, Fuzi. And then Nilo can, I don't know, just wait for someone to die. Take the rifle from them. But I think they're just gonna buy, you know, a Deagle of their own or something.
Wasn't the cleanest of kills for Forrest there, but
Nope.
easily done. Jesus, they're massing up a bit of a chicken army in CT spawn. I think there was like 4 chickens there around one person.
Maybe he's been clicking on them. Like some sort of feathered Pokemon. But they do just sort of follow you around like Pikachu does in the anime. Not only the chickens, Dan, but the B site is also swarming. 3 players waiting there. Not sure why they don't have more toward A, because they're going aggressive toward apartments, and that's going to be 2 kills here for Forest. And now, because they have 3 on B, well, they have to sort of explode somewhere, right? Find some kills and find them fast. But it's not going all too good. Heap and Halzerk, they're finding their kills. Halzerk with a nice double there to end things out. Highly unexpected that they would just fall in apartments, the 2 of them that push together, but they do, and then the panic push from Banana occurs, and that's going to be costing Young Ninjas the round.
Keep a little bit of an awkward spray for him. Could have found more than just the one, but maybe spared his own life, all in all, but it don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Dignitas, 13 on the board. They are inching closer to securing this first map victory. If Young Ninjas can put up any resistance in this latter stage of the game, that would be nice. And getting up to 10 would be a milestone achieved. Obviously, then your next milestone is going to be inching closer and closer and getting towards that 15 mark. But
Heap and Freiburg just getting knocked down to 45 HP with that single grenade. Not the best scenes here. But they have taken Banana, they've taken apartments, and as always, this mid-smoke is going to get encroached upon quite soon. But Fuzi's still making some presence behind it. That's going to be giving them some impetus to push it at least. But they're not going to be going for it right away. Looks like if they're going to be grouping up in apartments, they can't just set up on balcony, have someone from top middle flash them in, and then it's all going to be down to these 2 CTs to hold them off. Nilo, of course, playing anti-flash position on balcony, so he might just be playing the best counter to what strategy Dignitas are playing at here. But they swing right onto him as he's been spotted out, but not fragged, as Nilo finds 3. That's an excellent defense.
and they finally take him down. Finally, Freiburg does it, but with just 18 points of health, a 1 versus 3. Nilo has inflicted so much. Oh, that nade. He just about avoids it. Knows where Fuzi's playing from. Spots that flashbang as well, but it does blind him up. And he is dead. Fuzi finishes him off, but Nilo...
Yeah,
How
that
did
was
he
the
get free from
standout
there?
performance here. He gets wide peeked by the first guy, right? Gets the kill because I guess he just started spamming earlier. And then the second guy that's out of balcony, he doesn't even face toward balcony because he was already facing towards site and taking the duel there. But at that point, you don't prioritize the player that's far away. You sort of turn around, and there you go. Halzerk actually turns around twice. He turned around 360 degrees, Dan.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're just staring where you were.
Exactly.
You've gained nothing.
Turn 360 degrees around and walk away. Moonwalk away, because he would have to. Because you haven't turned around, Dan.
Yeah. You're just walking towards at that point. If you don't moonwalk.
Yeah. Moonwalking is the meta for that. It's also the meta is taking banana control here, apparently, because Sopik, he's just getting these entries. And Dignitas on a full buy really can't be affording to lose players like that. He sent him in all alone, and he emerges dead. But in the end, they do still take banana control as the CTs. No, they have the man advantage. They can just go back and wait on the bomb site. That's going to be some free real estate coming in here. And speaking of real estate, Fuzi, he's pushing toward apartments. No landlords around. And Lekro's on second middle. Falls. 3 versus 4 now. Young Ninja's looking good to pick up a 9th.
Five players still alive for the Young Ninjas is a bit of an insurmountable task for Dignitas to try and recover here. Unless they find some sick opening kills towards the A site, which I mean is slightly undefended right now. Got a... Oh, well, Manon is still holding towards long, in fairness, from Speedway, so no easy access in that route. But 2 players, 1 in pit, 1 mini pit. Could be a slightly easier target, but they are going to push out long instead, looking to try and find Manon. And Forrest, as if he gets that kill. Just tippity-taps away on Manon's head, takes him down. He doesn't even know what hit him. But now Fuzi can start lighting them up from the pit. He's going to try and bait for his teammate here as well. And they are not going to check for Nilo, even after Fuzi goes down. Halzerk, he's dead to rights, and so is Freiburg. That first kill comes through. Freiburg's just going to hold the plan, but he's not going to stay alive for much longer than that. Going to be 9 on the board for the Ninjas.
That's how you convert a man advantage early in the round to a win there. Textbook stuff. The A-take, not fast enough, not good enough from the Dignitas side, as the Young Ninjas are allowed a 9th. And it's been a hot minute since they've won a round, Dan. They got the pistol on the second half. They won the round afterwards, of course, but that was 2 bomb defusals, so you know that means Dignitas, they had enough money. And 3 rounds in a row later, well, we get Young Ninjas with a nice double, forcing Dignitas to go on an eco here.
Yeah, it's one round here that Young Ninjas should be able to pick up pretty tidily. Should be double digits for them, closing up the gap, but you never know what Deagles can do. Okay, that's what Forrest Deagle can do. Quick Deag shot on towards Sapek. Saves him and his teammate from a world of misery there with a push-down banana. Risky to do that with an M4 against what you'd expect for is a minimal buy from the Dignitas side.
Looks like it's just going to be a straight-up B execute there, isn't it? Because, I mean, the CTs, they still have some utility to hold them back, but the Ts, if they overwhelm them fast, you can't do that fast enough. Pushing through, LNZ finds the initial, but falls straight after, as it's still Manon in construction to hold them off, make sure they don't go onto the back lines and get themselves some good after plants, even gets a kill. 3 versus 3 now, as Young Ninjas should be taking this one hook, line, and sinker, but still 2 players on Dignitas' side to collect. Manon already with a double, make that a triple.
Only Freiburg remains Sermon, and even he's been clapped by Nilo. So, 10 on the board for the Ninjas.
His own sign, his own name sort of above his head as we saw him die. Poetic. Everyone on the server is walling. Man, tough crowd. I mean, it makes sense, right? After like his long storied career, Forrest decides, you know what?
I'm gonna kick this one into high gear.
To win.
Buckle up, guys.
This is the time where I destroy my legacy, boys. Hold my beer. Oh, man. The state of some people, man. The absolute state.
That's buckle me sermon. It is the gun round, though, coming through, and with Sapek finding an opening kill. Heap had no assistance in that one, was actually forced forward by the Molotov. Fuzi's landed one as well towards the apartments. That leaves just 3 for the Dignitas side. For me, the reenacting a bit more of a violent Humpty Dumpty here. Because there was 5. Oh, there's only 3.
Oh, look at this setup. Just both of them on second oranges. Hopefully no Molotovs rain in on them, as they have quite a good setup going for them here. Even LNZ, I doubt he gets flashed, really. It should be a bit further to the right, as Freiburg is going to be entering here. Still, a 2-man disadvantage here from Dignitas means this has to be clean.
Oh.
And, yeah, it's pretty clean, you know. They only lose 1 player in the exchange. A 2 versus 3 scenario now as Manon tries to spray down the planter through the smoke, but it doesn't happen. Freiburg finds the head, and 2v2 is now the situation, as it's just Nilo and Fuzi here ready to retake, but Fuzi's still on the AWP. That's not something you want to be having in a retake scenario, Dan.
That he could be so influential. If a Molotov goes in towards his position, that's going to make life difficult. But I think he's okay. They don't have any more to use, and they're just dispatched their final one, but Hauser flashed off the angle. I think they spotted him. Fuzi's watching. Freiberg is still in the cubby over towards Banana. He doesn't have a position for the post-plant bomb. Instead, they're just going to back away. Halzerk's found one, and now Fuzi just has to try and save this weapon. So Freiberg, a legend in the game, but Freiberg is his name. He does it all for Dignitas there.
Good old Freiberg.
Freiburg.
Not sure what the Swedish pronunciation is. It's probably some like weird sound for the G that we can't really do, like Freiberg. Any Swedes in chat? I'm sure you're there. Please spell it out phonetically. I won't be using it, of course. I'll just still call him Freiberg because the other people won't know what I'm talking about otherwise.
Godberg.
Godberg, there you go.
Now it's Freiburg, apparently.
Just Freiburg, but is the Berg there, or because I know Sweden and Denmark are different, but like Copenhagen is apparently pronounced Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
So I don't trust the ends of any Scandinavian words. None of those make any sense to me.
No, and I'm only English, so I'm just, ignorant to all
Just
of cultures.
sitting here with only one language in your brain. Like, come on, man, step it up.
I know a little bit of German, to be fair. Alles hat einen, der Nerdiverse hat zwei.
Ah.
That means everything has an end, only the sausage has two. And this game will be coming to an end relatively shortly, I fear, with that round from Dignitas coming through.
Freiburg, there you go. Presuming the J is pronounced je, but, we can be here all day with letters. Let's just focus on the game for now. The entry kill has been found by Forrest toward top middle. Fuzi out of the game, as the sniper was trying to make something happen toward mid, but just did not occur, as the A-take seems to be going in quite soon, with Nilo still in apartments and a friend of his on the site. The execute should be all down to LNZ here to hold someone off, but Forrest just finds the initial kill, and with Nilo still having presence in apartments, nothing's lost yet. They can still make this retake work, but it's a 2 versus 4, and they would have to go absolutely huge. Sopik, of course, has to be the first to strike. The FAMAS in his hands and hopes in his dreams. Hopefully no bullets in his face, as Nilo's already given up here, and it's already game time.
Four kills found by the Young Ninjas. It would set up a nice round here in the 2v2 retake, but with Nilo so far away already, he's in T-spawn, he's completely booked it away. He had no interest in this round. They do pick up a couple exit kills, but Dignitas, they'll find 15. They'll find map point here on the Young Ninjas map pick, which I think this is fairly how
Nuke,
we expected.
Yeah, but I was hoping the Young Ninjas would be able to pick up the first, because then we have Nuke, which should just be an absolute stomp out of Dignitas. Still, maybe they start T-side and we see a closer game that way, but either way, the Swedish derby is really showing us who's better in the scene at the moment, and I don't think anyone's surprised.
One more round is all they need. And with Manon on just a CZ75, the FAMAS for LNZ, there's not really much to play with for them. I mean, obviously, they have those couple safe weapons Fuzi on the AWP. LNZ actually opens things up with his FAMAS, but a trade from Forrest does make things up even 4-on-4. Nilo, can he stay alive towards the apartment? No, a post-plant position there would have been huge, but instead Freiberg is going to push forward. And now it's just Sapek and Fuzi, 2v4 to try and save this first map for the Young Ninjas, and probably save this series as well, save their tournament life.
They might as well save for Nuke, Dan. They might as well take these rifles in there, because a 2 versus 4 with Halzerk on this kind of an angle, no chance, I'm afraid. Just Fuzi left. The signature AWP in his hands, but he's given away his position now, and, well, he knows it's over. No sense in stat padding as Halzerk gets it done. Dignitas, they do get their win, and we'll be seeing how map 2 shakes out. Do stick around. Nuke's coming up next. We'll see you soon.
Feel free to talk.
Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something.
So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear, I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. Code is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, code is loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.